Howdy everybody. HTEDC coming at you this Friday morning. Just want to wish everybody a continued happy holiday season. I know me and my family just got back here in Arkansas. We went back to my home state of Florida. If you've watched the channel long, you know I'm originally from Florida. Spent my first 35 years of my life there. So Florida is definitely home for us. But we had a good time there visiting family and friends. But we're back home now and trying to get back in gear here on the videos. And this morning I wanted to take my stab at What's the Point EDC's open tag on 10 USA made fixed blades. And I think I'm going to, I challenge myself too, Brother Jerry. Jerry over at Big J's Knives, he even took that a step further and went 10 USA fixed blade knives by 10 different manufacturers. And I thought that was really interesting. And I was like, let's see if I can pull that off. And I think I have. And I'm going to try to bring you some stuff here. Hopefully not too redundant that everybody hadn't showed before. I know some of these could get redundant if everybody's just showing the most popular same old USA fixed blades time after time. But with that said, let's see how I did, and you guys can let me know in the comments. First off, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Again, if you've watched my channel, you know I am a Bradford USA fan. It is arguably, probably not even arguably, they are probably my favorite USA fixed blade. And this is probably my favorite model. This is the Guardian 3.5. I also like just a shade down, their Guardian 3 is probably a little more pocketable and EDCable, if you will. It's just a skosh step down from the 3.5. But guys, just look at this thing in hand. Has this awesome smooth finger guard on it right here. Nice sharpening choil on there. You know I'm a sharpening choil guy, and I definitely never have to add those on these 3.5s. Just a big, generous finger guard up here. This is a very safe knife, confidence inspiring when you're using this thing. I kind of splurged on this one. I don't know if the camera will get it there, but up here right by the finger guard is a CPM Magna Cut. I got this one in Magna Cut blade steel. You guys know about Magna Cut and all of its great qualities. But natural, I think this is what they call the natural micarta handles. Of course, I put me a lanyard, an HT lanyard on here. But I figured I might as well keep it real and go ahead and start with a Bradford, because I am definitely a Bradford fan. They're up in Washington State. A gentleman named Brad Larkin is the owner there, and they're just great people. They make great knives and great customer service. Try not to gush on just one manufacturer, over another. But again, I did say I'm a fan, and I really do think these are great knives. So my first one, Bradford Guardian 3.5. Moving on, we have, turn around here, the White River Caper. And this is another just stellar EDC size fixed blade. It has the S35 VN steel, White River knife and tool. Has the very smooth, just kind of like the Bradford before, a really good smoothed out finger guard here. Has my sharpening choil, as you guys know I love, and we'll take a look at this in hand. I can get a full 4-finger grip, have just a little bit, I had a lanyard on this, but I've taken the lanyard off. But I do get a good full finger grip on this, and this is just an excellent, well, obviously it's called a caper, so would be an excellent caping knife, field dressing, kind of bird and trout style little job here. But it just would be it's an outstanding EDC. If you wanted to EDC a fixed blade, you could do a lot worse than this. This is a fantastic, super sharp, good thin, comes down to a good thin edge on this. Yes, sir. The White River Knife and Tool M1 Caper. So let's see what else here. Kind of wouldn't be a good USA fixed blade collection without a good Essie, right? I know George Adventure, I believe he has one of these, and it's one of his favorites. This is the Zancudo. Some of them have the big kind of carabiner hole back here in the back of the handle. Mine does not. I just went with the solid handles. But it's a nice spear point blade here, and this is also, I believe, yes, in S35 VN steel, and definitely a good hunting knife here with the orange and black handles. You're probably not going to lose that in the field. So this would be just a definitely good field knife, hunting knife. I mean, I don't have to go on about Essie if you're a fixed blade guy whatsoever. You know the guys over at Randall and Essie, they make some of the best in the business. So we won't take too long on this. Great little knife. Guess I will show it to you in hand. Full 4-finger grip. You can see it here just filling up, but I'm able to get all 4 of my fingers on here, and again has a nice. I'm a big fan of a nice finger guard on my fixed blade, and this guy definitely has it. Essie Zancudo. Well, everybody knows the butterfly, right? We have, well, if I turn around here, that you can tell that's a butterfly. We have a Benchmade here. And of course, this sheath comes with a nice leather sheath and a ferro rod here. I won't take that out. Ferrocerium rod. This is the Benchmade Luu. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It could be Luku. Yeah, not sure that I am, but I call it the Benchmade Luu. This is a 3V steel, carbon steel. So this thing is extremely tough. Has a nice thick blade stock that carries that all the way, distal tapers it all the way out to the tip. This thing is just a beast. You can see it there in hand. I've got about 1 inch behind my pinky here. Camera will show there right up in the corner, 3V for the blade steel. And everybody knows the butterfly. The only thing, and I'm going to kind of contradict myself here. Well, not contradict myself. The reason I don't carry this more often is the lack of finger guard. You do have a nice sharpening choil. If I can get in frame here, you have a nice sharpening choil right here, but not much of a finger guard. So a knife of this size, I would more so want to put it through some heavier paste. You know, if I was going to try to use this chopping or batoning or really heavy use, I would be a little nervous about the lack of finger guard. But what I found this to be really good is like a good food prep knife, believe it or not. I mean, it's a big thick spine for that, but more of your lighter tasks that you're just not wailing and thrashing on this will be outstanding. And I mean, some people don't need the finger guard. That's just my personal opinion. It makes me a little nervous if I'm going to really get down on a knife. I like to have a nice confidence inspiring finger guard. That this one doesn't, but it does have a really nice rubberized handle, so you're really going to get a good grip on this. Unless you're probably doing something ignorant, you would be fine. But there's knives I would go to first for heavy use over this just because of the finger guard situation. But anyway, a fantastic knife. the Benchmade Luu. This one here, I thought I'd throw in. I didn't throw in too many. Matter of fact, I think it is my only custom I'm showing here. I've got one from a manufacturer there's a little customized work done on it. But this is from a gentleman named Robbie Bowman. If any of you guys are familiar with Forged in Fire, that TV show, Robbie was on there, and he was one of the more popular guys. I forget what season it was on there. But anyway, he has his own little shop. If you're ever visiting Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, he has a shop there. And I was actually in his shop on a vacation there. And I guess you can see here, his trademark is woohoo. He's got a a trademark, I guess, slang that he does, and he wrote woohoo on here and signed it Robbie Bowman. If you've seen the show, you've heard him do it. Outside of that, it probably makes no sense to you. But you have to trust me on that. But he was gracious enough to autograph the sheath and get some, yeah, just a little upswept Skinner. Has some nice jimping right here. I believe that is, what is that? That is a micarta, I believe, on those handles. Don't quote me on that. That is not, definitely do not quote me on that. That is a wood. I don't know what I'm telling you. This is some kind of, I believe it was like spalted maple. These are definitely not micarta. These are wood handles. But anyway, this is a custom knife from Robbie. And when I was visiting his shop there, I had to pick something up. I loved his work. I love Robbie. Think he's just a hoot of an individual, and wanted to pick up one of my knives, so one of his knives. So little Swep Skinner custom knife from Robbie Bowman. Again, he was on Forged in Fire, if any of you guys remember that. But we'll get that out of the way. Try not to make this too terribly long. And we're going to get on to an LT Wright. This is the one I was talking about. Has a little bit of customization on it. Camera will bring that up there. Has some nice spine work there on the blade, some file work rather. And yeah, this is his Bush Baby. Take a look at that in hand. Has a real thick handle on that, guys. You can just get an awesome grip in your hand. I think you can see it. Get my lanyard out of the way. It's still coming out the back of my hand. Real thick, broad handle. Of course, we've got this is the orange and black again, G10. And we have kind of a black washed blade here. But yeah, I got this off of one of their vault patterns. LT Wright does a little Christmas show every year, and then this was a year or two back that I got on their Christmas drop on their vault, their Christmas show. I don't know, might be telling you wrong. I don't know if it's vault patterns or whatever. I don't think that's right, but they have a Christmas show every year where they sell a bunch of knives, and you can kind of preview it. And then a couple hours later, they open the show, and you can call in and, you know, try to get the knife you want. And I was lucky enough to get this guy. So that is of course, this is carbon steel. I believe this is 1075 carbon steel. And that's probably some of the reason they kind of went ahead and put a patina, like an acid wash on that to help with corrosion resistance, since it is a carbon steel. But I just think this is an excellent looking little piece. LT Wright Bush Baby. And what good USA fixed blade open tag would it be without a nice buck? You guys know by now I am also a buck knives fanboy, and this is the 539 open season. Kind of a little, I would say a little bird and trout skinning knife from Buck. We have walnut walnut handles on this guy. Nice little pinch point here. If you're up here doing detail work, you can kind of get your fingers in there and do some pinch work. But yeah, this is in their S30V, am I right? Yes, S30V. You see the the Buck logo, and on this side, the Boss Heat Treat S30V, if that's coming through. But just a good little fantastic outdoor knife. Also very light and nimble. This again could be a great EDC knife. If somebody likes a nice little bird and trout style knife for EDC, this is light, this is nimble, and it would do very well in that genre. Down to the last two. I know this video is long, but when you have to show 10 knives, it's kind of tough to keep it short. This is one you may or may not expect to see. Probably, I don't know if anybody else will show. Kind of from a modern side of the world. How about a Rick Hinderer? And I believe this is called it is called the FXM. So this is a Rick Hinderer knives fixed blade. Obviously, he's very well known in the modern world for his folders, but the man makes stellar fixed blades as well. Kind of give you a tour around that. I've added a little lanyard on it, and this is, this is also an S35V in blade steel. Kind of a, what do we call that? I guess we'd still call that a drop point. Comes to a real fine tip at the end, but it holds, look at this distal taper on that blade, and it comes out here and right at the very tip it thins out nicely. But this is a good, robust fixed blade. You can see that in hand. I went with, these are like red G10, kind of actually a kind of a maroon red G10 scales on this guy. Of course, I've put a lanyard bead on here myself. But yeah, thought I'd show a Hinderer knife fixed blade in this. Definitely USA made, and Rick does make some great fixed blades along with his folders. But the Hinderer FXM. And last but not least, of course, we got to get in a good old case. And this is called, what is this called? The Ridgeline Skinner. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll correct me. It's a very common knife. I believe it's called the Ridgeline or Ridgeback, maybe Ridgeback. I guess I should have had my notes in front of me. But the UK guys will absolutely know this one. Obviously more tapered for it's a Skinner. It's got the upswept blade on it. Has jimping right back here at the thumb. And then it also down here has another about an inch, maybe even a little better than an inch of jimping. When you're up there, doing your processing, you get a good purchase on this and have some nice traction for your index finger. But yeah, has a the rubber molded handles, case logo there, rubberized handles, has a lanyard hole if you want to add a lanyard. But this is a very specific skinning knife that Case makes. Very good in hand. If you get your hands wet, we won't get too graphic here, but if you're doing the skinning process, your hands get wet and sticky, these rubber handles are just excellent, and especially with these jimping at the two different spots of this blade, yeah, you are locked into this. An excellent little, well, not really little, but good size Skinner. Has a finger choil up here, right here, so you can choke up on this when you're, doing your more detailed stuff. You can be back here. It's just all kind of grips. You can come up here with your finger with that jimping. Just an excellent skinning knife. The Case, Ridgeline, Ridgeback, tell me in the comments. But Swep Skinner, Case Swep Skinner for sure, skinning knife. But anyway, guys, this video is almost 20 minutes. The that is definitely 10 different USA fixed blade knives. I want to thank What's the Point EDC for this open tag. Jerry over at Big J's, I kind of took your spin with it. Enjoyed that. Guys, HT's EDC here. Always remember to give me a like if you like the content. I enjoy bringing it to you. Right down here, hit me that like button. Think about subscribing to my channel. Just hope everybody had a great holiday season. Glad to be home. Thank you for watching. We're going to get out of here. God bless. See you on the next one. HT out.